Hey guys, and welcome back to Shin Megami Tensei V. And in this part, we're gonna die. I'm underprepared, underdressed, and I don't even want to talk about what's going on in my underwear, dude. This episode's going to be scuffed. I'm gonna try and do my best to wrap up almost every side quest we can do here in Shinagawa before we proceed onward. However, we should probably at least get the EXP from the main quests, so we should probably turn those apples in. But legitimately, this should be a pretty packed episode. I want to accomplish a lot and also fuse a new demon ally, which is why I'm rushing to our main objective, otherwise I wouldn't. And come to think of it, now would be a good time to turn in this quest for the Silky. If you forgot, we helped out those Incubus and Succubus duo last episode, so might as well keep that chain going. Oh, do you need something from me? Not really. I need you to take this letter off me, in a sense. It's rather sticky. I don't want to hold on to it anymore.
Yes.
You wish for me to read this letter? Very well.
Let's see.
I see. I understand the depth of his love for me, however, I cannot accept just on that premise. Love alone isn't enough to become a family, you see. Sayings like love can overcome all, even the poorest times, are nothing but foolish delusions. Being able to live steadily on a stable income is what allows love to grow further. In other words, him having enough money at this point in time is most important.
Yes.
Tell him that for me, won't you? And if he does have the money for us to live happily, I will further consider his proposals.
Dang, I don't think he's going to like that response, but hey, we did the job. You gotta say this, though. At least she knows what she wants. Also, somebody told me the Mitamas remind them of M&Ms. Specifically the red M&M. Oh yeah, aren't there like kids dying? Crush. Should probably like turn in the apples. My bad. It was really hard to find these guys. I definitely did not get distracted. Anyway, the quest will continue, and we'll get a fat stack of cash. Don't mind if I do. I'm gonna have to burn through a lot of that, sadly, in this episode, and we'll get our vitality up a little bit. I have a few our heroes a little too squishy at the moment.
Ah, you return with the golden apples. I will prepare the medicine without delay.
Imagine he just goes into a kitchen, just
Time to make some magical golden applesauce.
that could be what he's doing.
This will allow us to treat the humans' injuries. Please, and thank you.
Let me see.
We'll handle everything from here. And let us not forget to thank you as well. Oh, isn't he so adorable?
Where's my reward?
Oh, it's you! I heard the other students can be treated now. Thank you so much.
Alright, well, that takes care of everyone's injuries. Now, if only we could find Sahori.
I'm sorry. I couldn't save her.
Dazai!
Back on the hill, I found the demon that took Itsukishima. I tried to save her, but
Dazai, you're hurt.
Never mind that. Please, just save Itsukishima.
We'll treat Dazai along with the other wounded. Please, please save Itsukishima.
So surprising everybody, Dazai could not solo Lamu the Babylonian god with his one-eyed Varus. I know, I'm shocked, but now we know the true location of where Lamu is, the place that like Dazai was blocking you before. Yeah, we'll get to that. But truth be told, if we tried to fight Lamu at our current level, we would be absolutely obliterated. That's not hyperbole. It's a giant jump in difficulty. So, I might as well actually just take the time to take care of some loose side quests. And yeah, I know I'm dunking on Dazai, but really, he tried his best.
What?
Forget about me! Please, just save Itsukishima.
Hey man, what you rushing me for, dude? Ain't that easy. But there was a little new moments of dialogue in the fairy forest as well, with Miyazu.
We're making good progress treating everyone. Thanks to the fairies. I'm not really contributing that much. but I'm certainly trying my best. So please just leave this to me, and focus on saving Itsukishima.
Will do. Once I get strong enough to make our next demon, which I think we are that level currently.
Yes.
I would agree, you are that level. Go to the World of Shadows stat. Please leave the rest to us. On my word as king, everyone's wounds will be seen to. I'll see them, just won't heal them. Only have so much applesauce. We'll handle everything from here. I promise that those in need will receive nothing but the very best of care.
Thank you, Titania. Thank you for the reassurance. But no, once we actually turn in the Apple quest, there will be a few new opportunities to do quests specifically with, well, a demon I really want. And if you complete that quest, well, you get the privilege to summon that demon. And yeah, you want to do that. Debatably, they're one of the best demons in the game, but we'll get to that point. At the end of the day, a lot of demons can be the best demons in the game. Just depends on the stats, but really it does come down to the unique skills being very useful. And you found me impressive. Wait, you had to cheat? Ah, I take back my compliment. Sorry. All right. So with that out of the way, we need to do some cathedral shadowing. Just kidding. It's called the World of Shadows. I still don't know why they changed the name. It's hard for me to not say that. But, hey, don't laugh. It's an easy error to make. But anywho, first things first, we do need to change the affinities of our hero. Currently, we're weak to Zan, and that just ain't gonna cut it. Alternatively, I think I will be infusing myself with Huapo's essence. It's not really as rare as like a Quetzalcoatl essence or King Frost, and well, just helps us out for a future boss fight, so seems like a good one to have now. Also, it's an enemy you can regularly counter, like, in the world, so it's not a big deal to send the essence over to her. For Lilim, however, speaking of Incubus again, for this next battle, I do want her to inherit Zanma. It's really just going to help us out a ton, and there's no reason not to. I'll take that, I'll take that. We haven't really used Mara Karen recently, so I could also pass on Xianga, but that'll be fine. So we're losing Xianga, but really we've just got so much mileage out of Lilim. I think being like greedy on that would be sort of a waste. Now, it's time to create our new demon, which this demon's good for a lot of reasons, and hopefully you completed the quest with the Nekomata back in the like port area, or else you cannot do this special fusion. But to do the special fusion, I actually need to make the demon, which means go into reverse compendium, which, yeah, has a bunch of spoilers in it, but don't sweat it, don't sweat it. There we go. We want to combine, yeah, that's the cheapest, Mana Nagal and Azumi to make Bareth. We don't necessarily need any skills except Zanma, and actually Concentrate would be really good too, to pass on to this Bareth, because, well, more or less, we're going to be making a Tyrant race demon, and Bareth's a bad guy, because he's a fallen angel. That is my... What are you doing? Well, what is that? I'm here! Anyways, as I mentioned before, Bareth can be an okay demon, but we're well past that point. Instead, now we're going to craft King Frost with Jack Frost, Jack-O-Lantern from the Compendium, and Bareth. And my god! This demon, super strong. He has access to King Bafula, which is just Jack Bafula, but for everybody. Very, very useful. And on top of that, just has a really high magic stat. And we'll eventually learn Mata Rukaja, which is a very useful skill. Just simply put, boost the attack for the whole party. Once you have access to Mata Rukaja, there's no reason to use Tarukaja ever again, except for the mana. We also want Zanma for a fight we're about to do. And yeah, can't recommend this demon enough. As soon as we get to pass on Mata Rukaja to everybody, this game's going to get a lot more manageable. And yes, he's a Tyrant race demon, which is usually a very evil race, but this guy's alright. He's still pretty naive at the end of the day. And with that taken care of, now it's time to take on a new boss. With King Frost now in the party, I feel a lot more confident taking on this next kaiju. Unfortunately, just running up to a demon that's not really bothering anybody, it's not a good look. We're gonna seem like a bully to Tao, and that's sort of what started this entire arc of the game. So instead, we're going to take a request from a demon to shield us from any criticism. And if you recall, Kate Sif's buddy happened to be near Tenozu Isle, and I think this might be the demon we're looking for.
Oh, hey, you! Hey, you look pretty strong. I'm Kappa Tengu. Nice to meet you. I just got this big idea in my head. No doubt you're super strong, yeah? Oh, look at them calves. Wow. So, would you mind hearing me out for a bit?
Well, you did compliment my calves. You might as well.
Look over toward that coast there. Yeah, that spot with all the containers and the warehouses and all that. Look, see that weird sparkly thing out there? You don't? What? Adjust your display. Look closer. Well, whatever. There's actually a huge bird over there. Big as a friggin' airplane, man. I want to use a feather from that boy and make myself a crown. That way I can become a high-ranking Tengu. So you think you could bring a giant's feather back my way?
Sure thing, and birds of a feather. I never actually read the quest name. That's pretty funny.
Hey now, that's what I like to hear. I consider myself a comedian. You most likely run into a feathery friend at the southern end. Spot loaded with a bunch of containers. So make your way over there ASAP, yeah? Thanks.
Sure thing, man. And with that, we are now ready to take on this kaiju and get, I guess, rewarded from the Kappa Tengu. In case you're curious, you do not have to accept this quest to fight the kaiju. Obviously, it's just chilling out in the middle of the ocean. Sometimes it's make landfall, yeah, but I don't think it takes a genius to figure out what type of element this next opponent's going to use, but hopefully you're prepared. This is why I got Zahn and most of my party, but yeah, my first playthrough. One, I never picked up that quest for the Kappa Tengu. The breadcrumb quest, I guess you could call it. And I just straight up never saw this next demon. He eluded me. So when I was like, looking over every grain of sand to make this playthrough, I legitimately found a boss I never fought before. Which, is one, a testament to how easily I just, miss minor details, I suppose. But also just the fact that, yeah, a lot of this stuff in the game can be hidden. You really gotta talk to NPCs. They may not seem important, but, yeah, this is more or less this enemy's nest. Not all kaiju are like Yaryu. They're not gonna just rush at you. Sometimes you have to intentionally cross their path, and this is one such situation. Getting the first strike here could be a little tricky, considering you can't jump and slash. It really only helpful against a couple of foes, but I think we'll be alright, provided
I don't get too cocky, but
here we go! The demon, Thunderbird. We're sort of bullying it. I don't know. I don't feel great about this, but I love this demon design. First and foremost, this is another Devil Summoner era design from Kazuma Kaneko, and man, the guy really hates drawing birds. He talks about it a lot. Unfortunately, he worked at a company with a whole race of demons called the Avian Race, so he had to draw a bunch of birds. Despite this, though, I think he did a really good job with Thunderbird here, taking a modern element, which is the British television series called Thunderbirds Are Go, and combining it with, well, the Native American entity, which is, well, shares the same name. He created this sort of fusion of a plane and a bird. It's really cool. I dig it a lot. As far as being an actual boss fight goes, he actually puts up a fight. He won't just spam thunder. But this is why we have Kakuri Hime here. Just like the Battle of Matador, we're simply just gonna wall him off, and there's not a lot he can do, provided we can deal with his electric attacks, which could still be a bit of an issue, so hopefully we just get some ideas in there and we'll be okay. This is why we gave the majority of our team access to Zahn, just so we can pound his weakness every single turn. Get almost 8 turns. We'll get 7 in most occasions, and that's pretty much the battle. One thing I should mention, though, is that, yeah, he's not terribly animated, is he? He kind of just sits there. That is because a lot of demons in the early days of Shin Megami Tensei, or at least in the Devil Summoner era, were not sprites, mind you. They were actual just artwork that was drawn and then scanned into the game thanks to the capabilities of the Sega Saturn, which is the game console that those games were on. I didn't know knew he could do that. I didn't know he could do it now. What a pain. It's all right. We'll just get Lilim to lower his agility, so we'll kind of balance out. And yeah, I gotta be careful here. I think actually the best damage would be to use Elect Dampener on the hero and let everyone else just do their thing. But really, I do like Thunderbird. He's just oh, god dang it. It's being a bit of a pain right now. Son of a gun. No, I shouldn't do this. I'll try and go for Zama again. But it could be said that, yeah, some designs really should be left in their own specific universes, because in case you're curious, The Thunderbird of Native American beliefs was not a plane. It was just, in fact, a very large bird that was chiefly important to their specific belief system. And as you can imagine, not perfectly represented here in Shin Megami Tensei V. But that is, dare I say, okay, depending on the circumstances. But there are some demons, yeah, I cannot even deny. No, they should still just be a part of their game and not really bridge the gap and cross over into future SMT games. Notably, the demons that are like really the main characters of the game. That may be potentially an unpopular opinion, because what is really the main character of a game? You know, was a design specifically made for that game? Well, if that's the case, then you can't make new demons, because, you know, they're exclusive. But there's been a handful of times where that's been the case in the series, and my god, he still just won't effing die. We really need our Magatsuki turn to do any substantial damage at all. And I'm kind of curious, he's not going for Mazionga. He has it, and it'd be more damage. I don't know. AI kind of whack sometimes in this game, but what can I say? We should probably just put this thing out of its misery. Didn't I say I was trying to not be a bully? God, that sounds like bully behavior. I'm doing this for your own good, Thunderbird. Go down, dude. But as far as the actual myth goes, yeah, it's just a really big effing bird that Native Americans believe like would, you know, cause thunder and the winds and the sort. Not really much to it outside of that. And God, I'm sorry, this looks really phallic. Anyway, we're just gonna wrap this up. I guess that succubus and incubus are getting to me, geez. Oh no, my mind's been corrupted by their, whatever, thirst? I don't know, doesn't even seem like that's the role. Doesn't matter. The Thunderbird went down and we got the giant bird's feather. I'm surprised anything is actually left behind after we thoroughly kicked its butt. However, we should probably go turn that in, as well as heal. We're sort of doing a victory lap here in Shinagawa, just revisiting all the other areas and more or less just taking on a ton of bosses in this part. I hope you're excited. This episode's been a bit in the work, given all the planning and whatnot, but I'll save that discussion for another day. Hey, it's you! How'd it go? You look great. Yeah, we did all right. Here's your feathers, sir. Don't know how you got this from a metallic being, but in return, he'll give us something else. A Fenhuang's Essence. Kind of low-level essence, but it could be helpful if you still need Agilao, which I seriously doubt.
Thanks for the feather, pal. I was thinking about it, and I realized this was probably something I should have done myself. Tradition's always talked about how a crown is a symbol of the strong, and usually a product of nepotism, but the strong, mostly. You know, proof that you're a leader and stuff. And since you're the one who downed a bud, I'd say you're the strong one. Not me. Not so much point in asking someone else to do it, huh, I guess. Can't believe I've overlooked something so simple. It's things like that what makes me and keeps me a Kapatenko, I guess. Anyhow, sorry to make you go through all that. I had a lot of fun chatting with you. Hey, at the very least, you can walk away with this totally rare, one-of-a-kind essence, yeah? Alright, time for me to split. If I ever shape up and become a Kuruma Tengu, let me tag along with you, would you? Hey, you got negotiation free? Heck yeah, I ain't gonna complain. Until then, keep this feather nice and safe. Will do. Legitimately not a bad quest. He's just, he learns his lesson. Like a demon. Changed his opinion. Have you ever seen a thing happen like that? Well, you know, occasionally in the series, but with that obstacle taken care of, now the people of the container yard will never have to worry about Thunderbird circling around and doing nothing of importance. Gosh, we truly are a true hero. But there's another boss here in Konan 3rd block that we need to take down. This is definitely the thing I'm scared of most this episode, and why I wanted to make sure we got King Frost. And hopefully he will survive the fight and we can actually get his last skill. But yeah, here comes the next fiend, and there's tons of demons that want to get in my way from fighting him. I might as well show you the full path, and I know we said we're doing a ton of the bosses, but not that one. He's, ugh. But there'll come a time when we get to that guy. It really just comes down to level. Like, truly. I know that's like a lot of RPGs and all, but legitimately, he's not like that tough once you can at least hit him.
a big problem in this game, but it's not exclusive to this game, I suppose. We got the strategy. It's not the stats yet, but we'll get there one day. So at the end of this highway, we have another beacon, which means it's time to fight another fiend. And our team is pretty much identical for the Thunderbird fight. Will it be enough? I guess we'll see. You sense an ominous presence. Can you investigate? Yeah, why not?
That smell! Yeah, it's gotta be! It's a menorah! No mistaking it! Hey kid! Little young to be playing around with the big boys' toys, ain't ya? Be a good little rugrat and hand it over!
I'm not exactly sure how a menorah is a big boy's toy, sir, but nah, this is my menorah, and you also can't have my dreidel! That is a, little kid's toy, I guess, but this is the next fiend battle, the Hell Biker, which is totally not a ripoff of Ghost Rider. I'm serious, he's not. His actual origin is very close to the biker gang called Hell's Angels. In fact, his name in Japanese is literally just Hell's Angel, and he is a tough battle, but we're prepared. So, this is why we wanted King Frost to exploit this guy's weakness. Now, this fight, legitimately very difficult. First and foremost, he has a lot of ways to do damage to you. Force magic, fire magic, and a very hard-hitting fire attack, which I hope I do not see. We legitimately have a pretty solid team here, all things considered, but really, I shouldn't have even gone for the Secunda. I've never seen this guy miss once. Son of a gun. I don't know why I did that. But this is a battle where you really want to spread yourself evenly between buffs and debuffs on the opponent, which means next turn, we really got to get some Tarukajas up on King Frost. And yeah, this fight is rough. Here it comes, Hellspin, medium, no, it's large physical damage to your whole party. And as you can imagine, those tires, they sting. So do not want to deal with that. We're not in great HP at the moment, so let's go for Sakanagi. Boom, put a helmet on! You're setting a bad example. There's a reason we have traffic safety laws. But no, speaking of his helmet, Hell Biker, he just can't keep hold of the thing. Across a lot of instances in Shin Megami Tensei and just other Atlas properties, sometimes he'll have the helmet, sometimes he won't. It doesn't appear there's any rhyme or reason behind this, but because of Lilim's high magic stat, it might actually be a good idea if we go for ice gems, considering we have so many. This fight can be rough, especially once he starts getting rid of our buffs and his debuffs. Not a fan. I'm actually going to skip my turn again. Go for just... Yeah, another Bafula. I gotta be careful at his MP. His MP pool is fine, but not, like, amazing. And then we're gonna just Tarukaja. This may bait him into getting rid of the Tarukaja, but I believe the AI is scripted to just, like, alright, I'm not gonna get rid of just one of your buffs. That is really not good. Don't attack again. Ah, crap. Alright. He has his Magatsuhi, which means he's going for a fire move, and yeah, don't want to deal with that fire move at all. The agility's getting reset next turn. Once again, I think it might be a good idea to just spend our turn on the main character using the fire dampener. It is true we do have Wapo's essence, but I cannot lose King Frost in this fight. It just ain't gonna end well, so we are pretty close to our own Magatsuhi turn, but that's still a ways away. Hopefully this level 30 demon helps me out a lot. God, we've been using her for a while. There are way better healer demons, but what can I say? Kakuri Hime is just really solid for this fight. And yeah, our level's kind of lacking, so it's not like we could fuse any substantially stronger demons anyway, but I'll work on that. That's why we're fighting all these bosses, actually, to just get a natural boost to our EXP, but we're still not doing awful here. I may opt to increase the main character's attack stat as well. Did I do everything correctly? Yeah, I think we're fine. We're also going to block 4 attacks at the same time, so this, yeah, will give us a pretty big boost to our Magatsuhi gauge, capping it out. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. So far, this fight's going my way. In practice, he was getting crits left and right with his physical attacks. It sucked, but that's not... Why? God dang it. Just could not let things go easy for him. You're joking! What? We lost the Raccoonda. This is pain. This is what I'm talking about. This is why these videos take 100 years. And he got his Magatsuhi turned back again. All right. Well, King Frost is basically dead. I legitimately do not see a way he survives this. In fact, I think our whole team is dead. Crud. What do we do? I don't have any more dampeners. I have to guard on you no matter what. I think Kakurihime is just gonna bite the dust here. Dang it, man! Okay, let's just heal on her. We can sub her out for Chiro the next turn. That's fine. And just guard on... It's almost pointless to guard because he's going to get another turn anyways. Dump, this sucks. No, wait, we have Huapo's essence. We're fine. All right. We're rebounding. We're rebounding. Now you can see why this guy's such a pain. He never goes the speed limit, which means, well, obviously he's hard to catch. So his attacks can be hard to dodge and just, it's such a goddamn pain. The Fiend battles, they shouldn't be this hard. They only have 2 press turns, man, but they do be like that. All right, but we survived with minimal casualties. I'm a fan of that. Let's get Chiro's Cautious Cheer now to hopefully help us out. The defense increase might be a little helpful. I doubt, like, the evasion boost will help at all, but you never know. It's better than just doing nothing, I suppose. But, yeah, just... Oh, crap, we lost our force resistance now. He's gonna spam that like crazy. What a pain. All right, it's fine. We'll make it work. Just keep spamming ice gems. We got plenty to go around. And in case you don't, get on those Me-Man grind. Come on, you gotta find those Mimon. You need them. Okay, we're max HP, beat down. Come on, we need some big damage. Yo, that's cool. What was that noise? Gosh, can you tell I'm having fun? He took his hand off his hog. Wait, isn't hog a... Oh, God. I think that's a synonym for something else. Moving on. King Frost is really low on MP. I did not expect this fight to go on this long, but he's almost there. We just survive a couple more turns, and Tarfu, we got it on 2 of us? You're kidding me. And the exhaust coming out. That's fine. Yeah, that's... See, when it goes through, it takes all your buffs away. What a joke. There's a low chance this goes through, but I have to use this item. Amrita Shower. Very, very helpful item. Do not waste them. Clears all status effects for your entire team. King Frost is just a detriment at this point. This sucks. I wonder if the affinity he has with Frost will actually carry over to the gem, though. It's worth a shot. Come on. Yeah, looks like it does. Okay, I learned that. No, I won't go for Blinding Strike. That'd be a bad idea. I mean, come on, he doesn't even have eyes. Why would we do that? If we get lucky and hit this next attack... Now let's go for Sakanagi. I think he's done. There we go.
And that's how you do it. What an easy boss fight, am I right?
No, that was pain. I'm sorry. We lost you, Kakurihime. You're definitely helpful. Oh, God. And this isn't even one of the hard fiends, man. Jesus Christ.
Fiend Hell Biker. Status eliminated. Another powerful foe. Shame we couldn't learn much from him. He was carrying a menorah, however. How many of these fiends will we be forced to fight?
I could tell you, bro, but something tells me Aogami's the type that does not like spoilers. A bit of a stickler in that regard. I understand, dude. You don't gotta explain nothing to me. So that was 2 kind of rough fights back to back. I think it's now time to take a little bit of a break and go back to the fairy village and, well, take on another quest. But do not worry! This quest, so easy. Dare I say, it's a little mind-numbing and... Oh, hey, Yuzuru.
Yeah.
Was Dazai alright? His injuries look pretty serious. I took care of the demons who came after Dazai. Still keeping watch, though, just to be safe.
Yeah.
The Prime Minister contacted me himself. He said he'd like us to prioritize saving human lives above all else. Leave the people here to me. I must ask that you handle the situation with Lamu. Yo, I got you, bro. Don't sweat it. I gotta work on my calf strength, man. What if he's going for my calves? Might as well take Jack-o'-lantern along with us, though. I do not know if I've mentioned this yet. You can take your quest helpers along with you. Just because they're like dismissed in the story doesn't mean they actually permanently leave you. We could have done this with Amanazako as well, but honestly, not the biggest fan, so F that. But once you've turned the apples in to Titania and Oberon, and I believe the Incubus thing may be a prerequisite, don't quote me on that though, Silky will have a new quest for us.
Thank you for helping us acquire the apples. I am Silky, and as fate would have it, I actually have another favor to ask of you. Were you aware that the medicine we used on the humans also requires mandrake roots to create?
I am now, I guess.
They're not as rare as the golden apples, thankfully, but I've used up all that I had in stock.
Let's see.
I'll need about 8 more mandrake roots. That should be plenty. If you have time to spare, would you help me gather these ingredients as well?
I don't see why not. We'll get to the root of the problem.
Wonderful.
Thank you. I was right to place my faith in you.
Let's see.
The mandrakes that dwell in these parts are flowers that quite generously offer themselves to love, and that seems to bring about a special effect on them.
Which means you can't kill the mandrake in Minato. Just won't work. Has to be those in the fairy village.
Be wary of other, more powerful demons. Out gathering the same roots, however.
Yeah, that's your little hint. This quest may appear to be really simple, but in truth, it can be a little bit of a difficulty increase if you're not fully prepared. But we got demons on deck, yo! I ain't afraid nothing. I will put Chiro in the front, though, but there's just no nice way to say it. Oh, he's already in the front. Super. In that case, we're good. But this is a... I don't know how to describe this other than an old school style quest, right? Go gather 15 mandrake roots so we can finish the rest of the game. I'm sure at some point we've all played an online game like that or something, but yeah, it's just there to give you a bit of extra... Ooh, that's a good pickup. Ooh, sounded like Homer there. It's just here to really pad out your EXP in case you've not been doing so. Like me. But in the worst case situations, right, it can actually do the opposite and make you overleveled. This is why I tend to run from a lot of battles while doing these recordings. As for the mandrakes themselves, they have received a little bit of a stat increase despite them being level 8. That is a fat effing lie. They are way stronger and they have way more HP. They do not have 200 and something HP, dude. Get out of here with that. Gosh. So, yeah, it's really just this over and over again until we get 8. Until something changes. You're going to keep battling mandrakes, and eventually... Didn't do it this time, but trust me, eventually... There we go! A new demon will show up. Narcissus, who is the biggest pain in the butt, I swear to God. This demon is actually of Greek mythology. A man that was so narcissistic, he fell in love with a reflection of himself. And yeah, it's not really fair that happened though, because Nemesis had something to do with it. In fact, she inflicted the curse on him to make him this way. And as a result, he withered away. And now he just shares the name with the plant that's on his head. Yeah, that's a dude. Surprisingly, a lot of people do not know this. In the Shin Megami Tensei, it's a dude. I'm sorry, it just is. All right, let's just use Smoke Ball because, yeah, I don't want to get charmed. He, as you can imagine, is impervious to charm since he uses it at all. Besides, he's so in love with himself, of course he has no eyes for anyone else. Let's try that again, shall we? Outside of that, though, and the ability to just use Sexy Dance on your party, he just uses Zon, and that's about it, but yet again, King Frost's pretty good here. You're going to be fighting a lot of Narcissus if you intend to complete this quest. After the first or second, like, Mandrake route, it's just going to always accompany a Mandrake. It's obnoxious, which is why I like to have multi-targeting spells on my demons at this point in the game. As far as an actual, like, piece of content, though, my god, this is just so dull. I do not know how to cover these quests in excruciating amounts of detail, so I won't! Instead, I'll just meet you once I've gathered all the remaining roots. Come on, use your dance again. Oh, he won't even do that. I guess you could think he was a dude because his hair always covers his, you know, chest area. But, like, legit, how do you not know the origin of the... He's a pretty popular character, I thought. But anyway, we're just going to wrap this up and then head back to the fairy village. That took way longer than I expected. My god. Maybe it's just because I'm impatient, but geez, not a fan of those. What's the popular opinion on that? Only thing I know is, yeah, not a fan of kill X number of times quests. I did say we go back to the fairy, like, dude, check it out. There's a missing Memon. And I swear, this has to be the least gotten Memon. Its placement is just cruel. But legitimately, this may be potentially just like, I don't know. I don't think it's good to just say like outright like, oh, you should not do quests like this. They're inherently bad. Just like a binary like that isn't good. Because some people say like, oh, random encounters are inherently bad. And that I disagree with. It depends on the game and the circumstance, right? But truly, those suck. But it's not like they're all over the place in this game. So I guess I can forgive just the one.
Gotenyama, one of the Yonan Gozan mountains south of Takanowadai. I hope I said any of those words correctly. It's okay. You're not a native speaker. It's okay. I'm trying to practice my Japanese skills. I gotta say, though, the language is at least, like, if you sound it out, you can say just about anything. Anyway, we got all the mandrake roots. My God, they were smelly. And also, don't know if we take the root of a mandrake, we're cursed to hell or something? I think someone mentioned that. How goes gathering the roots? Oh, we been done that. Check them out. Ooh. You obtain the Fairy Talisman, which grants a legitimately good Omogatsuki skill. I don't know where people get, like, their info from. This one's good. It is good. It increases all of your stats for 3 turns. For no mana. Yeah, that can be helpful in a pinch. Just throwing it out there. Sure, it's basically on the same tier as Cautious Cheer from Chiro, but it's not like we can use them the whole game, right? And we finally have Mataru Kaja, which is also very nice to have. I think we get rid of Bafula. Is that smart? Yeah, why not? I mean, we have King Bafula, right? It's not that big a difference. You hold on to this? Okay, sure. But don't use it, okay? Thank you. I should be able to create a variety of medicine with these. And that's the end of that. Now what? Oh, I guess we'll go find more trouble to get into, but no, it just gives us a boost to our EXP. And kind of think of it, now that we're level 34, we can go back and get that Nekomata, which sort of put in the bank, so to speak. I think there's a couple demons over here I didn't talk to, come to think of it. And what are you doing here? Obviously, Egyptian goddess. It looks like the abducted humans are being given shelter now. At first, it wasn't clear what would happen to them. It's a relief to see them safe. That's it? Alright then, I'm head out. So I guess just an Egyptian goddess was curious how the humans were doing. She seems nice though. Okay, I just gotta like talk. She's one of my favorite demon designs ever. Just, I love her a lot. And I got into a battle. Can't say I love that a lot. With a bunch of fire. Oh wait, I resist fire now. F yeah. Wait, that's actually a problem for this next quest we're going to do, but I'll worry about that later, bro. We'll be fine. Maybe. We'll have to see. I can guard. We'll be okay. Legitimately, I do want guard in future SMT games. I think it adds a lot to the depth, but the demon I'm actually trying to get into a fight with, Nekomata. Sorry, just slash you across your whiskers and all that, but no, I want her on my team now. Not really for any particular reason, just, you know, she could be helpful one day.
Oh, I know you. You're that low-level scrub from before, yeah? So, am I still totally out of your league?
I think that's up for you to decide.
Yep, you're not so bad now. Guess it's fine if I hang with you. I'm Beast Nekomata. Let's have some fun.
You only got one tail, though. Are you really a Nekomata? Or just a totally hot chick pretending to be... No, she's definitely Nekomata. And me saying that is now weird. Moving on, we'll figure out something to do with that demon in the future, but... The dump? Did I turn into a goddamn Jack Frost?
Hee-ho. Not good, ho. Eden's gone missing, ho. She's nowhere to be seen. The name's Jack Frost. You already knew that? Wow. Anyway, I was always hanging out around here for some of that sweet apple syrup.
What? Is apple syrup real? I guess I've only had maple.
But I can't find Eden anywhere, ho! I bet that Loki guy's behind it, ho. He's been cooking up some kind of evil scheme to make it rich with those apples for a while now, ho. I'm also willing to bet that wasn't enough, so he kidnapped Eden while he was at it, ho. I'd go give him a taste of his own medicine, but we hear no match for him, ho. Please, you gotta rescue Eden, ho.
Got it. Eden's been stolen by the trickster Loki, and yeah, kinda messed up. Can't be abducting girls. Not cool.
I know I could count on you, ho, and I totally agree. Kinda messed up. Do you remember which way Loki went, ho? Well, in case you don't, he's like over that way, and then you'll figure out the rest. That's where his hideout is, roughly.
My God, Jack Frost, you have amazing vision if you could see all the way up there.
I'm gonna wait here for Aiden's safe free turn, ho. It's a big job, but somebody's gotta do it. It's all in your hands now.
You got it. Wait a minute, didn't she have an effing bodyguard? Valkyrie, the dump were you doing? Maybe Loki, like, put her asleep or distracted her.
Lady Eden's nowhere to be seen.
Where could she have gone? Apparently up there. Do you want to, like, go together? Possibly? Guess not. All right, we're moving on. So the fastest path to here is just simply to go this way. And there are a couple things I want to do over here, but I'm going to wait on those for a bit. This quest comes first, and trust me, you really want to do this one. The reward is very, very useful. But like I said before, this is a path we've been to before, and it's littered with goddamn demons. So I'll just be abridging this a bit. Hopefully you have the abscess taken out in this area. If not, it's not the end of the world. Just, I guess, follow the Lilum path, and eventually you'll come up to this tree. And this quest in particular appears to be in reference to an actual Norse mythology tale. There weren't as many manta rays in the Norse tale as you can imagine, but one day Loki stole Idun and her magic apples, and then all the gods began to age, and they're like, we gotta get Idun back! Ah! And then they did, and that's the end of the story. Or so I've heard. It's very difficult to find exactly which one they're talking about, but I don't know. It's a nice little reference. I think the Naholbini is having a problem sprinting on this terrain, actually. But before we progress any further, I need to change up my team a bit. Shiro,
He's a goddamn legend. An ultra-powerful hunter.
sadly, he's going to get creamed in this fight. So instead, we're going to bring Anahita and actually put her next to the Naholbino. Simply put, her Hamon skill is going to save the day, and everyone else can just spam Hamon gems. And yeah, that should pretty much do it. Hope you're ready, because this one's also pretty tricky. Naogami will warn you. But I also already did, so it's kind of redundant. Here's Loki and his makeshift prison. My god, this is... Dude, she can just slide out of that in a second. I guess that's why he's guarding the path that... Oh, she looks so sad! Jesus Christ! Hey, man, you're being mean. As usual.
Huh? What do you want? You know you're talking to the great tyrant Loki, right? Oh, you're after Little Miss Apples, is that it? Look, I don't know who sent you, but Iden's been giving the very important job of making golden apples. For the humans, I mean. You see, I want to give eternal youth to mankind. I know, I'm such a saint. As long as the gods and goddesses hold a monopoly over such a great blessing, humans will likely always be unhappy. Wouldn't you agree?
He's got a point. Eternal life would be really nice.
I'm what the humans call part culture hero, all God, baby.
Well, that's great and all. You're such a charitable soul, giving stuff out for free.
Aren't I? Who said anything about free? I'm glad you think you'd see things my way, but of course, it'll still cost a pretty penny. I'm sure you know, but the human's faith has shifted as of late. Gods don't call the shots anymore. Money does. It's been that way for a long, long time now. Therefore, if you want the people's faith, you've got to have money. And lots of it. And conveniently, most of the world's wealth sits in the pockets of a very select portion of humans. Think about what they're going to want next, and how much money they'll be willing to pour into it.
See? Supply and demand! Use your money wisely and the humans will be coughing up faith left and right. Limited resource, maximum profit. And that's why I can't have you getting in the way of my business. I hate to say it, buddy, but I'm afraid you'll have to just die. Sad, but true. Loki's corpo, I guess. It kind of fits, but here begins the battle against the tyrant Loki, a mainstay of the Shin Megami Tensei series, and they brought back Devil Summoner Loki. I love him. No longer is he the old design, and I'm very appreciative of it. This fight is no joke. Loki has access to the Tetra element, meaning, yeah, your demon's weaknesses have to be pretty scattered if you're going to stand a chance. But being a tyrant, naturally, his weakness will be light. Even though I make that argument all the time, and I'm like, wait, wouldn't like everything in the franchise be weak to light if that was the case because they're all demons? Yes, but shut up. Now, as far as actual strategies go, I don't have much for you. I'm simply just going to try to maximize our damage and not miss. I just want to reiterate, they are the same level. Hey, I'll take it. What's fair is fair, bro. But Loki really doesn't need any introduction. He's probably one of the, if not most popular mythological creatures. He's like gotta be like second or third place, bro. Not just because of recent movies, which, you know, definitely not hurt his credibility, but just because he's such a just archetype in Norse mythology. Really, there's not, even though there are other trickster deities, there's no one else like Loki at the end of the day. He birthed a wolf to kill his dad. That's kind of nutty. But besides that, though, we still have to take him down. In case you're curious, though, Loki is also a very important figure in the Shin Megami Tensei series as a whole. Its old school logo features Loki in the center. Yeah, he's kind of important, I guess you could say, or at least like the developers would agree. I'll have to just skip my turn there, because, yeah, Loki being a Norse deity and all that has, well, decent enough ice affinity, and I really dig his design. It's just so cool. I don't know how to describe it as being cool, but something about his hair. I don't know. I guess it's like a reoccurring trope. Not really a trope, really, but just an idea that, like, yeah, the more powerful of a god you are, the longer your hair. And Loki's is, like, touching the floor. It's a good thing he can float, or that would be really bad. But being a deity that teamed up with the Frost Giants, as you can imagine, ice affinity. His Magatsuhi skill is going to do some ice damage, and I don't want to see that! So, we got our dampener in place. I need to step on it, though, because he actually gets his turn back relatively quickly, or at least his Magatsuhi turn. I think Sakanagi actually... Jesus Christ! Would be more damage! I did not plan that, yo, but, like, during that grind against the Narcissus, I was, like, noticing, like, wait a minute, what the heck? Dude, this is actually doing, like, way more damage than Beatdown or Heavy Blow, but, yeah, sadly, he just has really good resistances to, like, every element. Kind of obnoxious, but physical attacks are still the go-to play. I think fire might also be fine, but okay, his defense is going back. I'm just gonna try beatdown. I know we probably won't get a crit, but oh yeah, he's pretty much done. Perfect. Now, I know what you're thinking. Johnny, god dang it. Why am I keep missing? No, but also, did you really make Anahita just for this specific battle? And the answer is no, but like, outside of Angel, she is a really great source of Hamon, and it does also help out that yeah, he also does some ice attacks and she can void that, and you got to be kidding me. Okay, if we don't end this turn, we die. In case you forgot, we have Huapo's essence, and we're weak to ice. This is really bad, but I could just circle around, and as long as we don't miss too many turns, we should be okay. Also, I don't think I had a chance to talk about it, because I seriously can just never stop talking. When he attacks, it does sound like he's saying one particular word, and I just cannot unhear this. So as a result, now you have to as well. Is he saying the word Coomer or not? You be the judge. Okay, it could be a coincidence, but legitimately, what else does that sound like? Just saying. Anyways, Loki will go down, and now he will no longer insult us. I don't feel like that's a justified insult. We just met you, bro. I know I'm trying to rescue Idun, but come on. Kinda rude. Oh, come on. You have a Naholbino? No wonder. Well, since you're half and half, I'm sure that human side of yours could use a little immortality. Go on, then. Take a bite. Well, it is, rather tempting. I mean, you know, if I could live forever, I could protect all of Tokyo and, you know, the whole world. But I might get mad at us. Pick it up and eat it. Aw, crud. I mean, there's plenty to go around. Why not? It's just one little apple. You took a bite of the golden apple, but no apparent change has occurred. Bummer.
It seems your heart is still human and couldn't hold out against temptation. Yeah. Oh well. But seeing as you're not Holbino, the effect of the golden apple seems weak. Or maybe it wasn't needed in the first place. Anyway, thank you so much for rescuing me. I'm gonna head on out. I want to thank you properly, however. So make sure to stop by, okay?
Sure thing. And, yeah, in case you're curious, that does dictate your alignment a little bit. Just a little bit, so don't stress it too much. It is a very fun, like, experiment, though. You can't actually refuse outright, so I guess, really think hard about it, but, I mean, come on! No, but in case you refuse, you just said, oh, you could ate it if you wanted to. I wouldn't have minded, so I just opted to show what happens if you eat it. Hey, get back! Don't make me get the water bottle!
Goddamn cat. Goodness. Anyway.
Eden's back safe. Da-da-da-da! I couldn't be happier. You were gone so long, I was really worried.
We beat him in record speed, Jack Frost. What are you talking about?
You were gone so long, I wonder he might have killed you about, say, 4 or 5 times. Who cares? You took down Loki, That's amazing.
It really was something. I couldn't believe how well you carried yourself against him. I don't know any warriors of Asgard who could have done that, what you did. Oh, I haven't thanked you properly yet. I mean, I like you and want to help you, but... Oh, who cares? If you ever need me, feel free to summon me through fusion, alright? I'll keep it a secret from King Odin. And come to the rescue. It's a promise, okay?
Thanks. I don't know how well apple-wielding goddess can fight, but maybe she'll be nice to have. Okay, just heads up, she's literally so goddamn amazing, it's unbelievable. But we'll talk about her when we get to that.
Eden's been rescued, All's right with the world. Now I can head home, relieved. Thanks a bunch, Holbino.
Got it. And yeah, we get a little boost to our glory crystals as a reward. Also, level 35, which means, well, I can actually make a new demon. The problem is, like, the demon I want to make is like level 37? And I think I like underprepared because my first time here, I definitely had level 37 and was doing fine. But like, is that overkill or not? I don't know. Anyway, thank you for saving Lady Idune. No, said it that I was guarding her, so I'm embarrassed I failed at my duty. Hey, that's okay. Don't be too hard on yourself. That's kind of weird though, but we'll be saving that fusion for the next episode, as I'm still like kind of deciding if our current party's strong enough to take on Lamu or not. I doubt they are, but I guess we'll see. I sadly did not get to everything I wanted to take care of in this episode. There's a little bit of stuff over here I guess we'll just have to touch on for a future episode. But more or less, that's almost everything we can do in Shinagawa, except taking on Lamu. And in the next episode of Shin Megami Tensei V, we save Sahori. So see you guys then. Bye.